touch and go across. That's all there is to it. This is a nice way if you're having a problem making mountains the way we normally make them. Try this. So I think you'll find that this works so good, you almost want to believe it. Right in there. And that's retain some of that darkness. There we go. Over here, you make another little, just let the knife bounce. Just let it bounce. Play, have fun. There, painting should always be fun. If it's not fun, you're doing the wrong thing. Enough things in my life that are unpleasant. So painting is one of those things that I reserve for good times. There. A little bit of color right in there. But isn't that fantastic that you can create all these illusions just like so? And you can do this. You can really play and put all kinds of things here. I have a mean old director here that yells at me. She has no sense of humor if I go over 30 minutes. So, but at home you can do anything that you want to do. There we go. Just put it all like that. Just put an indication of a few little shapes. Just stay very dark. So it looks like it's far away. Far, far away. There. All these little things that you can just drop in there and here. Along mountains. I've been in Alaska for nearly a dozen years, and you can't live in Alaska and appreciate mountains. Mountains in Alaska are quite a bit different than this. But you just find an appreciation for mountains in general when you live around them all the time. There we go. But even before I could ever see you, I believe God was having a good day when he made Alaska. You know, some days things just work for you. Everything you touch works. And I think God was having one of those days when he made Alaska. So everything seemed to work. I just a little touch of titanium white. Maybe there's just a little bit of snow that goes right in here. We just take that and say, if you know this, little glacier maybe lives right up in there, and let some of this just climb up the side of the mountain wherever you want it. Add a little touch of the blue in there, just give it a little.
My lord, their general has fallen! A cutting blow!
There. Just one. Least little touch of the pressure. Least little touch. Just enough to chill it a little bit. I'm just going to let that touch it on the sometimes it's fun. And we're going to put in projections closer to big rocks and stones and stuff that live out here. Still that same dark color. This is just just like we did today, only he's a little smaller. just to give you the illusion of something happening. And this is just that same thing. So I was doing the wrong things.
Our general is in grave danger, my lord!
He's cold, I can tell he's cold.
One of our units has used all its ammunition, my lord.
There's a lot of Let's take some flying, a bit of a crush in the blue.
Our men are running from the battlefield! A shameful display!
Oh, that's nice. Okay, I'm gonna get over here. Maybe one there. Some little evidence. Far away, but a lot of detail. So get closer to you, and more detail. Just gives me some little things that are working down. Just give it up with you. There's another word. I see some little snowy areas in between. Little patches of trees that could be maybe over here on this side, but we're a little bigger, a little closer to you. We're not really any bigger, we're just closer to you. So they look a little bigger. They're going to be longer on the same side. This is what we give you kind of depth and nature. Easy way to say this. Cleaning as things get closer to you, they should get bigger. Watch out. A little bit of titanium white. And once again, we're going to pick up some of that.
Our men are running from the battlefield! A shameful display!
This side, a little closer. If you pick up too much of the back part behind you, dip your brush into a little bit of front. A little bit of and there goes it. Stick. Without mushing together, as Steve says. Everybody knows what I mean. This is just makes sense. I understand. this is for. Let's just give these trees a little upward push. Sometimes we push down, sometimes upward, and then we'll touch it down to the tree. It'll be nice. And you learn how to do it, so that's really what it's nice. Do those points. We'll come back with a little hollow color and we'll separate it. Right now, we're looking for those nice and dark and nice color.
My lord, their general has fallen! A cutting blow!
Pressure and automatically use more and more of the brush. Just literally put it anywhere you want.
The men are fatigued, my lord, and some must rest.
Separate this with highlights. A little highlight on it. Color. And you can see if you happen to hit a little, but if you happen to have a little spot between you, it might be a close to it. And the trees cover multiple seeds. Now you can cover the because I know you can use the tree. Sometimes you see, let's take little that brown and pink we had. And let's put a tree trunk here and there. You're not going to see it all. You're just going to see a little of the trunk here and there. Tree. Just a few little things here and there. Not too much. Same old bitty brush that we painted the tree with our really clad yellow. The yellow ochre, instantly, because it's blue in that color, we have this gorgeous blue. Let's go through that green. Let's put a few little indications of some nice highlights in the center. I don't want it to get too bright though. I'm going to keep this quite dark. It's a few though. Can't leave them out. There we go. There. Darker, darker, darker as it gets down toward the base. There. And just make sure right here. Want him to show up. Stand out. Got to stand tall out here in the sunshine. See how all the little creatures. Highlights here and there. Okay. Tree. Some of these trees I'm going to leave naked. I'm not going to put any highlight on because I want them to look like they're farther away, back and behind. Very dark. Secret little things are happening in there. Now then, we'll take a little bit of the titanium on it, allow it to pick up some of that tree color, and begin putting in some nice snowy areas. You want it to pick up that tree color because automatically that'll make the indication of some little shadows. See, that looks darker than it does up there, just because it's picked up the tree color. So allow the paint and the canvas and everything to work for you. Don't fight it. As I've said before in some of the shows, I'm a lazy painter. I look for easy ways to do things. Things that work very easy, very nice. That's what makes it fun. Let's take a old 2-inch brush, a little bit of titanium white, very little. And we put a little black and blue under here, or blue and black. Mostly black. Might have been a little blue in it, but I think it was mostly black on the wet canvas. And we'll just pull that down. Look at that, look at that. We have instant little pond right here below the mountain. Just a happy little pond that lives right there. I'm going to take a little of that dark color and I'll just touch. Just put a little water line under there on the dark. Just a little like that. Take your old fan brush. There's a little projection right out here. This is your world here. You can do anything that you want. That works so well. Let's put one on the other side too. Shoot. Over here, on top of old stones and stuff. Take a little dark color. A little bit of liquid paint. Just cut in the indication of a little water that's floating around here and there. Something like so. Don't want too many. Don't want too many, just a few. Maybe there's little stones covered with snow. Something like so. You can pull down just a little touch to create an illusion of a reflection. Dark under it, like so. A little touch of water line, just to bring it all together. Shoot, I think we've about got it here. With your fan brush, you could lift up and bring the edges together. You'd have Hope you've enjoyed this, because it'll give you quite a little challenge.
我らの手柄を祝ってくださるに違いない。たりとも交代せんぞ。わしは最後まで戦う。お主らもきっと同じ考えであろう。我らが敵軍北条は用意ができたようだ。公正な戦を期するぞ。我らは合戦にて敵を滅ぼす。相手に不足はない。武田軍勢が我らが敵の援軍のために山から降りてきたそうだ。武田の女王子供には気の毒じゃが泣いてもらうことになろうぞ。ここは実にすごいよの。大屋島広しといえどこれにかなう城はないだろう。我が軍の力が加わらばその凄さが増すというものじゃ。よいか、相手が生き延びて己が死ぬのはたわけ者じゃ。わしの配下にいるのはたわけ者ではない。侍じゃ。
Took a little foam brush and just daubed color here and there. And I used nothing but red, yellow, and alizarin crimson. And I put the white gesso in there to dilute it so it's not too strong. And with that, we've just painted little splotches of color, yellow and crimson, all over the canvas. Then I've allowed that to dry completely. Then we've taken, after that was dry, be sure that's dry, we've taken black gesso and I used a sponge and just tapped on all these little shapes with black gesso. And then we've allowed that to dry completely. So we have black gesso and then we have the colored acrylic back here. After all of this was good and dry, then we covered the entire canvas with a very thin, let me say that again, thin coat of liquid clear. And it's all ready to go. I think you're going to enjoy this one. It's just a fun little painting. It'll make you feel good in here. Let's start out today. We'll use this little tiny 2-inch brush here. We'll move right into a small amount of the phthalo blue. In very, very little color. Because there's nothing on the canvas but liquid clear. Very, very little color. See there's almost none on the brush. Okay, let's go from here. And let's start with a little bit of that blue and just begin putting in the indication of a gorgeous little sky. Something about like so. we'll even put it back up in here. I'm going to have some big trees up here, but maybe some of this will show through. So go ahead and put a little in here too. We're just using little crisscross strokes, little X's. This is just the way the teacher used to grade my paper in school. And she'd just go across it and do X's everywhere. Now, if this was a dry, or if this was a wet canvas, I'm sorry, and it had yellow under here, and you put this blue on it, you would have a bright green sky immediately. And we don't want that. Not today, anyway. Not today. Maybe sometimes, but not today. More of the blue. Because the acrylic's dry back there, you can put this blue over it without getting the bright green. It'll have a little greenish hue, but nothing like you'd get if it was both wet. Maybe I'll take just a least little touch of a little dark sienna, a little bit of alizarin crimson. Once again, though, we're using almost no paint. No paint. And I'll put a little touch of that right down in here. Some of those colors that we put on with acrylic will end up showing through when the painting's finished. And I thought today we'd do something that makes the background of this look almost like a watercolor. Very soft and misty, and watercolor has sort of a flow look to it. It just flows. But this is oils, and this is a permanent medium. There. All right. And that is, we have some gorgeous little colors happening back here. Now watch. Let's go into colors like, the little bit of the dark sienna. I'll be right back. Right back. Let me get a little yellow ochre and mix right in there with it. Once again, I keep saying this, but it's important. Once again, there is very, very little paint on the brush. I'm just tapping the top corner of the brush right in there. Now then, we'll go up here. We'll begin picking out little individual shapes. I'm not looking for a lot of detail. This is back in the distance. We're just looking for basic little shapes. Little things that live all back here. Something like so. There's a little touch of crimson, a little dark sienna. We're going to hit a little bad brown once in a while. I'm just going to vary these colors back and forth, and all we're using is the top corner of this big old 2-inch brush. Something about like that. A little more of the yellow ochre here and there. Just a few variations. Okay, I'm going to work in layers on this painting. I'm going to take a fan brush and dip it in paint thinner and then shake off the excess. Just shake it off. And we'll go right up here, and you can use your knife. I'm just going to use a palette, but you could use a knife to flick. And I'm going to flick that. Paint thinner and the liquid clear have violent reactions. So it creates gorgeous little effects. You see what's happening right in there? And sometimes it'll take a minute or two for it to come up. But you'll get little spots. It's just so pretty. And it's so simple. Now then, I'll use a little bit of the Indian yellow. It's a very transparent yellow. Now we'll start on another layer. I want it to look sort of like, think like there's light coming through here when this is done. And this acrylic color will cause that to happen automatically. There we go. Just let that work all up in here. There. We'll take a little strip liner brush. We'll take a little of the dark sienna. A little paint thinner here. We're going to make the paint very thin. Very thin. Turn the bristles in there. Turn it. That loads it full of color. Turn it. All right, let's go up in here. Now with that, we can come back in here and put the indication of some little sticks and twigs and all these other things that are happening back here in the woods. I don't want these to be too dark. I want them to stay way back in the distance. Just all kinds of little things that live in the woods here. Hold down it'd be easier to see. But you've got all kinds of little trees and sticks and just happy little things that live back in here. Something about like so. I'll tell you what, that's fun. I'm going to do some more of that. Let's take a little bit. I'm going to even get into a little black now and then, maybe even a little bit of Prussian blue. But I'm just tapping. Just tapping. Let's go back up in here. Now I'll tap in maybe another little thing that lives right here. But see, all these things you did with the black gesso, they end up looking like thousands of little leaves and little details that are in your painting, and people will just go crazy trying to figure out how you accomplished all that. There we go. And it's so simple.
The enemy have taken the tower!
That we've ever come up with. It really works, and it makes painting so much easier. And you use it in combination with the liquid clear, and it creates gorgeous, gorgeous effects. There we go. Add a little alizarin crimson in there to warm it up some. Maybe a little touch of yellow ochre. And back to my fan brush. Shake off the excess. And we'll just tweak it a little bit. Once again, I'm going to tweak it. Illusion, little dots, and looks like little leaves and things that are touching all of us. And people will be amazed at how you did this. See, all that just popping in there. Maybe there's some nice reflections in here. Let's take the least little bit. Highlight a little, so that we have a little bit of dark side. And just want to, there's a little, half a little pond that goes right out there. Still, very, very little color in there. Too much of the titanium here, it's okay. It's going to cover up all of these, and I don't want to lose it. Precious. Just a little touch of the baby. Just a little. It's like transparent. So it's a little titanium type. A little. Looks like it's in the red letter, but I don't know how to express how small an amount it is. Already begin to see how transparent that is, and you can see through it. Sort of closes the pages here. the ladder brush, we can go back and a few little sticks and get these long areas. Don't bring them together. And in the woods, you always have a lot of little sticks and twigs and little things that grow right along in here. That's where all the animals live. Everywhere I go now, people ask me about Peapod the pocket squirrel. You saw him in some of the earlier series. And Peapod, as I mentioned before, he's grown up, we've turned him loose, and he's got his own thing. A little bit of a good bite. I took a recently touched bite here. Just enough to warm up. And he said he went back. Sort of bury these tires however you want. That's it. Now you can see under the block.
Our general is in grave danger, my lord!
Underneath there. And that's very hard to accomplish sometimes, but using the acrylic in the background and the black gesso, it's very simple. You can do it even if you've never painted a painting like this. There. Something about like so. And when you stand back and look at that, I see just an absolute perfect place here. I'm just pulling out close these edges out. Perfect place right now. Sometimes you get excited, you see things and paint. You just take a little bit of the liquid white. Just a small amount of liquid white in there. Almost down the paint. Right back. Get a little piece of the liquid. Just a little bit. This takes a little time. All of a sudden, somebody pulled the stopper out. Water's coming off through here. Add a little more of the blue. There. Just got all these little things just sort of happen. Just sort of happen. There. Just want to raise the surface.
The enemy have taken the tower!
That's good colors. also is beginning to tree. Let's go over here on the other side to continue it. It comes out down to back down. Some dark color. We don't need much of it. Just gives you those dark values things to have. Let's put some leaves in our tree. So then I'm going to use some black, some blue, a little brown and crimson. Only big dark colors. Just tap like that. Just put some basic. All we're doing is just a little bit of so you can see the sky too. I think that's very pretty. And it looks nice. Very pretty. It's nice. And then put some highlights on there. Today let's use that little oval brush. Take a little bit of the sap green, a little bit of yellow. And then I'm going to touch the bright red. Black, gold, that's oval brush. Gorgeous little black shapes in the tree. Very easy. Even if you've never painted leaves, you can have them colored. This little aspect is simple. Just think about shape and color. Just tell them what you want. You still have to think of basic shape. Places like this where the cameras fast and still. It's been very simple. They'll come out and talk to you sometimes. You can understand. There's no trouble there.
The men are fatigued, my lord, and some must rest.
Have a few little trunks and sticks that we can see back wherever. This is just a little dark sienna, paint thinner in it. But all kinds of little things that live in there. Let's go on the other side and put some over here too. All kind of little doors back in here. All right, let's take a 1-inch brush. I'm going to dip it into a little bit of the liquid white. We'll go through some cad yellow. Be right back. Get some sap green in there. Pull it in one direction and load it full of paint. Let's go up in here. And maybe in our world there is all kinds of little bushes and trees and things back in here. Just all kinds of numerous little happy things. There they come. There they come. Sometimes it's fun just to take the brush and do something too.
My lord, their general has fallen! A cutting blow!
So we don't need anything because the black chest is back here. We already had the dark colors. Here all over the places. Just right there. We have another little bump. Looks like there's a little distance and depth in your painting. I'm going to take a little black and yellow, mix a nice grand color. Just very black. Decided to put a few things. Maybe right through a little bit of band-aid down. Both sides get full of quick. And I'm going to take one side and go through the various color that we've made. One side is light, other side. Down from here. All kinds of other styles. Yeah. And you can do the across and the stroke that way. Maybe some of it there. Just put up maybe some little down here. We can take our fan brush, welcome back. Glad to see you again. You know, I get a lot of letters from people saying, how in the world we can make ideas for new countries? And one of the ways I think I'll share this with you. Let's start out and run a list of colors across the screen, which you'll need to play along with. That'll know exactly what we're doing. And let me show you what I've got up here. I've got my standard way, each industrial color, three strokes, double fine finish.
The men are fatigued, my lord, and some must rest.
Covered the entire canvas today with just a thin, very thin coat of liquid clear. And I think we'll just play a little bit. A lot of times when I'm trying to develop a new painting, I'll start out with just a blank canvas and I'll begin to play with it. exactly the kind of messes that we get into sometimes. As I say, the entire canvas is covered with a liquid clear, so let's just have some fun. And we're going to start out, and maybe we'll take a little, I don't know, a little sap green, have a little Van Dyke brown, maybe even a little black in there. We'll just mix us up a nice dark color. Maybe even put a little bit of dark sand into it. Because I really don't know what we're going to do, except have some fun. Let's get to the canvas. Now this liquid clear is fantastic because it does so many things. But one of the things that it does is it has a very violent reaction with pink tint. So let's just put in some basic little shapes and forms here. Maybe we'll start with just a little indication of a little bit of something about it. Just sort of look at the things that you can do. It's a good practice. Things to sort of mix and blend together. Maybe you can give it a little water color. So I'll take a little 2-inch brush and I'll dip it in some pink thinner. Just shake it off a little bit. It's still thinner in the bristles. We're not taking it all out. If I'm taking the majority of it, you can always add a little more. When you begin touching this, the pink thinner against that, you need to put little fingers within that. Be careful that you don't put too much thinner initially. You can always add more. There's a sound of that to take it off there. And you just take that color, and let's just begin playing here. I'm going to create a beautiful little mystery over there, far away. Little soft. Very pleasant, very fun. See, all these little things we get happening. Just where do you want to go? Just add the loose little check out how
The men are fatigued, my lord, and some must rest.
Just a second for the reaction to take place. But you can create beautiful, beautiful effects. A little more of the thinner. Just touch. Very little. Once again, experiment a little. And you'll find marvelous things that happen. See, it almost looks like a water.
Fatigued, my lord, and some must rest.
really cool, but I think going for a little set, green, some good stuff. There's not a lot of it's pretty solid here.
My lord! A glorious victory will soon be yours!
Let's begin making some good decisions. Maybe something that we really like to do. Just to some little ideas, some little plans. Use your brush. I like to use the finger sometimes to create.
Our men are running from the
A
battlefield!
little unique.
Shameful display!
Because I do things like that. I forget that I'm turning my finger and scratch my ear or something. All these funny colors on my face. Scrub that pigment and it creates all kinds of different effects. Once again,